Hi, Forensics World. My name is Juan Cruz, and I am a coach at 3pspeech.com. Today, we're going to be talking about how to judge a humorous interpretation round. If you haven't figured it out by now, humorous interpretation is the opposite of dramatic interpretation. I know. Brilliant. This is different from duo interpretation because, unlike duo, this is done by one performer. The performances that are given in humorous interpretation, of course, indicate that they have to be of humorous nature. Now, the competitors will choose from a variety of published materials that they can perform, anywhere ranging from a Broadway play to a private short story play to an anthology of poetry and monologues, and even that childhood classic that most of us read growing up. Now that we went over that, let's go ahead and discuss some of the factors that you'll be looking at as a judge in one of these rounds. The first factor, execution. When I say execution, what I really mean is, has the student done everything in his or her power to bring the story to life? One of the best ways to gauge whether the execution of a piece has reached its full potential is to look at the transitions between scenes, but most importantly, the transitions, otherwise known as popping, between characters. Good popping generally leads to a good humorous interpretation. The next thing that you want to look for in evaluating the round comes in the literary merit of what the student is performing. What I mean by merit is not necessarily that you're going to vote up a piece that's written by, say, William Shakespeare, but a lot of where you're going to be judging the merit comes from the introduction. The introduction provides the student the opportunity to tell you exactly why they think this piece is important to them and why it is that you should be listening or even watching them perform it. Now we're going to talk about one of the most important factors in judging a humorous interpretation round. That, of course, is the humor itself. I think it's important to note that you are not necessarily looking to vote up the humor that you most closely relate to. Rather, you're going to be looking at the interpretation and whether they brought out the humor the best they could with the performance and with the material provided for them. Humorous interpretation is unique in that it provides the students the opportunity to be able to create something with more than two characters. Typically in other interpretive events, you will have anywhere between 1 to 3 characters at the max. With humorous interpretation, you can get up to 20 characters in a 10-minute performance. That's a lot. As with anything else that you may be judging, you have to evaluate the depth of those characters. Did this student bring those characters to life, or did he or she simply leave those characters in because it provided only some kind of shallow humor to the piece? When you find out what exactly the student is trying to accomplish with those characters, you can start to put weight on the difficulty of the piece that they are performing. Last and most importantly, have fun. The students are there to provide you a 10-minute performance for you to judge and evaluate them on. However, the love that these students have for the activity shows in their performances. If they see their judges not enjoying the round, it becomes possible that they no longer enjoy the round. It's good to have a sense of entertainment and fun in a round in order to bring out the best in all of the competitors. Some are ultimately going to be better than others, and that's the way this game is played. But the goal is always to ensure that every student has a fair opportunity to provide entertainment. Again, my name is Juan Cruz from 3pspeech.com. Go ahead and click on the other links to see how to judge duo interpretation, dramatic interpretation, oral interpretation, and various other events. Thank you.